on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. As it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to...
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that carries over to this week as well.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanchez. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Throwing on first down. Carpenter. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 86 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Bass. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The defense Patriots rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They just gave up the sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always
under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away their time.
33 yards that time.
That's just not a beautiful throw right there.
There was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Looking to throw. Carpenter. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Back to throw. Carpenter. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. McGill. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. Looking to throw. Carpenter. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, It has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Bass. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And down to the 36-yard line here. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8. Off-play action. Bass. And that one too wide and incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but
it's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Carolina. 58 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown in his first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Up the middle they go. McGill. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The Panthers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bryant. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bass. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's returnable now for Smith. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Carpenter. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down. Carpenter. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
On 1st and 10, Carpenter. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. And this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 31, here's 2nd and a couple.
At the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw. Bass. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to have the Falcons first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 1st down, Bass steps away, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case, because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. On 3rd find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Panthers' 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Bass. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down and 9.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll take it inside the 25. And now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And a 2nd field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the play fake. Carpenter, he finds his man, complete. It's Bryant. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Carpenter. That is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken from just outside the 30. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw on 2nd down. Bass. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Operating from the gun. Bass. And that went off the mark. A little late with the throw. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw. Carpenter. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He is going to have the Panthers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st down, McGill. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. McGill. Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Falcons offense set to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bass on the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And not able to get any further as he's taken down right there at the 26. From the gun on 3rd down. Bass. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a handoff up the middle. McGill. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here, as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is brought in at the 21. Atlanta regains possession of the football. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Bass. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Back to throw again. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
They'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bass. And this one is incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start at Raymond James Stadium, an NFC South matchup between New Orleans and Tampa Bay. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. The Saints already 1-0, trying to make it 2 straight as they lead on the road. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see there, it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. The Colts were losers in their opener, trying to get back on level footing as they lead on the road. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a throw here to his running back. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down. Back to throw. Bass. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Bass. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. 2nd and 9. Quickly completed to the right flat. Call it a gain of a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Carpenter, he finds his man, complete. It's Bennett. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. Up the middle they go. McGill. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Here is 3rd down and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Carpenter. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
As many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Now a dump off here complete. Loose inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
They'll run on first down. McGill. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg. Carpenter. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A 7-yard touchdown ground. And the Panthers take a 3-touchdown lead. So, Charles, they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, They had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive performance.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
The Falcons send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Here's Smith to return it. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your play? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's spot it right at midfield at the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanchez. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake. Carpenter. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
Well, we may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Looking to throw on second down. Carpenter. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And taken right on the 30. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants. We'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. McGill. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, McGill. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. 133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Off play action. Carpenter. And his throw here's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things.
They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Off the bootleg. Carpenter. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll try and run for it. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 3-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
1st down, Falcons.
Back to throw. Bass. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Bass. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
To throw on 3rd down. Bass. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
Throwing on 1st down. Bass. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Falcons 9.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Throwing after the interception. Bass. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. This is Wilder. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
At least this time he's getting hit up with positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. They'll stay on the ground. Wilder again. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's the Panthers punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Now Wilder. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here now come the Falcons. In the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
On 1st and 10, Bass. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
A gain of 12. First down, Falcons.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 21.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Panthers, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.